I don't think you guys could have chosen a better individual that captures exactly that. Triumph and tragedy.
Fails will make a roaring night. Here's Shenandoah brawls along their burly blue reject those brigades rousing song.
Governor Warren was a civil engineer at the Battle of Gettysburg, best known for arranging a last-minute defense of Little Round Top. He earned the title of Major General from his acts of courage in this battle.
Governor Warren began his life in a New York village on January 8, 1830. Named after the locally famous Governor Kemble, at his very start, Warren had much to live up to, seeing as his namesake was a two-term United States congressman, diplomat, and industrialist. However, it did not take long, for at the age of 16, Warren was attending West Point and graduated second in his class of 45 men at the age of 20 years old.
Warren was inducted into the military when the Civil War started in 1861 and was appointed Lieutenant Colonel of the 5th New York. Warren saw his first action in the Battle of Big Bethel on June 10th. For his actions during this battle, he was promoted to Colonel of the regiment. Throughout his career, Warren rose through the ranks, making it all the way to Major General following the Battle of Gettysburg.
The Battle of Gettysburg is considered by many to be the turning point battle of the war. It's 3 days of the bloodiest battle in American history. But a lot of little players that went into making the Battle of Gettysburg what it is, what it was for the Union. It's a fascinating battle. Probably more has been written about that than any other battle in American history. Governor Warren is a very important person in that battle, and his forward thinking in moving guns up to Little Round Top, which is not an easy thing to do, had a decisive effect on the battle.
Warren's most notable accomplishment was the defense of Little Round Top. He noticed there were few soldiers covering this hill, and on his own accord sent soldiers to occupy it. These men were ready to fight just minutes before Confederates attempted to ambush the hill. This quick decision helped the Union hold their ground and win the battle, resulting in a large turning point in the Civil War.
Little Round Top is a rocky hill. I was saying the center of the Gettysburg battlefield is probably over more toward the eastern end. But he saw that as a key position. And today we think engineers is the guys who build bridges and things. They do that. But one big part of their training in the 19th century was analyzing the ground and its strategic or tactical purposes. So he realized this was going to be a key element in the defense. So with great difficulty, he had an artillery battery moved to the top of the hill.
He changed not only the course of the Battle of Gettysburg, but if they lost the Battle of Gettysburg, we don't know if Lincoln would even have been reelected. So he actually changed the course of a nation.
Following Little Round Top, Union General Philip Sheridan accused Warren of being far too slow in moving his troops. Sheridan, after gaining approval from Ulysses S. Grant, relieved him of command on the spot. Although he was still involved in the military, Warren would not forget the incident and eventually resigned his commission as major in protest to these actions, returning to the Corps of Engineers.
Because of personal animosity, he and General Sheridan, his commanding officer at the time, didn't always see eye to eye. So General Sheridan, at the end of that battle, relieved him of command. He spent 17 years continuing to serve. He served and built railroads in Nebraska Territory. He had an eye for topography, again using his engineering background. His final tour was district commander of engineering district Newport.
The career and name Warren once had was ruined, and he urgently asked for court of inquiry to exonerate him, which was denied until Ulysses S. Grant retired as president. In 1879, it was found Sheridan was not justified in his actions. Unfortunately, these results were not published until after Warren's death. He had died of complications from diabetes on August 8, 1882, and is buried in the Island Cemetery in Newport, Rhode Island.
During his lifetime, his name was never cleared. And that hurt him deeply. All that he contributed to this nation, all that he contributed to the Army. He was so angry that upon his death he asked to be buried in civilian clothes without any military honors that he had certainly earned as a hero of one of the nation's most important battles.
No matter how much Governor K. Warren had done for our country, he could not escape the false accusations placed upon him from a resentful comrade, a prime example of triumph and tragedy in the history of this nation.
One of the greatest heroes this nation has known. Cars drive by it every day. People walk by it every day. And most do not understand that there lies someone who changed the course of the nation.